Press the bell icon on our YouTube app and never miss another video from SpotboyE.
Hi, Oshin.
Hi, Elnaaz. How are you?
I am good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How's life going?
Life is going good.
So what's happening? Why you're not able to find any apartment? What is this happening to us girls?
Yeah, man. You know, life is hard in Bombay.
It's always said
That's
it's not
amazing.
easy to stay in Bombay, but yeah, see, it has become even for girls like us. I don't know what's happening. So what happened
Yeah.
exactly?
Well, the thing is, you know, when I started looking around and when I wanted places where I'm comfortable,
Okay.
there were already a lot of questions like, okay, who are you going to stay with?
Okay.
How old are you? And if you're single, what is your job? Do you have a company? And, you know, all of these questions. And I was obviously like, yeah, well, I'm an actor. I am single. The contract, the agreement is going to be on my name, so there's no company. And, you know, so obviously I understand that there was a fear for people of, okay, is she able to pay her rent and stuff? You know, these are mostly the questions which come up.
Right.
But then a lot of people in our place, and then there's some other people who say, oh, no, we don't want a single girl staying in our place. So even if you go and see a place and finally there's a place you like, first you have to wait to see if these people are even okay with you staying there. So, and you know how it is. Things take really a long time until, you know, the broker goes back and speaks to the landlord, and the landlord takes his or her own time for like 1 or 2 days to get back, and then they say no, and then you again have to go and look for places. And you know, if you're in a state, and I was in that state 1 year back once, where I had to find a place immediately, and I couldn't find a place, and I had to go and stay with a friend. And I had to keep all of my stuff, everything, like my entire house, I kept in a warehouse because I didn't find a place, you know. And I was like desperately looking, but it's hard. And if you have a deadline, you might just not find any place, and then you gotta move out. So this is what happened to me 1 year back, but that's like one year back story. But even this time when I was looking, it was just like, it's frustrating, you know? It's just really frustrating. So yeah, that's the story.
Before finding this place, how many buildings or places you earlier looked for?
Oh, a lot. I didn't count, but a lot. Like
so
a lot.
What's the exact issue? Like, why they don't want you to, or any single girl, if you would say for that matter, they don't want to give that place to a single girl? What's
yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what the issue is, but maybe, I don't know. Maybe they think that the person is not stable. I don't know if they think that can she earn enough, or is she going to have a lot of people coming over? Is she going to have a lot of parties? I don't know what they're thinking, honestly. I have no idea. But that's what I'm assuming, right? But it's not like that. I mean, I have changed a couple of apartments here in Bombay. And I have also met great landlords. It's not like they don't exist. They do exist. But there are so many who are just scared. And they're like, no, we don't want to give it to a foreigner and all. I don't know what kind of experiences they've had before, but they must be really bad.
Or was it an issue of you, if they thought like you are not single, you have a boyfriend, or you are an actress? So these were the main things that they when they hear about you and they're like, okay, sorry, we can't give you the place. Were these the things?
No, in fact, I don't know. Honestly, they never come back to you and say, "Oh, this is the reason as to why we don't want you to stay." They never say these things. But I just know. You're really asking me something I'm wondering myself very hardly about as to why they wouldn't want me to stay there. But I also think that it's mostly not only about me, because when I speak to my broker and I'm like, I want a new place, they say, okay, let's filter out which places we could show you. So it already starts, okay, do these landlords want expats? No. Okay. Are they okay with a single girl? No. So then when you have 100 apartments which are free right now, okay, I might only be able to see 30.
Okay. Yeah.
And after the 30, we have to see if me and the landlord gel well, or, if everything's okay, if it's my budget, if it's, and out of that 30, because I am picky, I might only like, 5 of them. So, there's so much to it, really. So, it's just such a task, and I'm really happy now that I finally found this one place. And I just hope that I don't have to move again, because it's like if you're taking a new job, you have to, yeah.
So did your parents have any problems, or did they ever tell you to come back, like you're not getting accommodation there, where will you stay, come back?
Oh, anything? No. My parents are, actually, my parents are very, very supportive, and I think that is the reason I'm even able to survive in this country, being all by myself. They're very supportive. They always encourage me, and they're like, it's going to work out, it's going to be okay, just have to look a little bit more, it's going to be fine. It's also not like that, it's not like I'm never going to find a place. It's not like, it's just hard. It's just really hard and a long process. That's the problem. Otherwise, there are many nice places, where you can live. But then if you want to live in Bandra, if you want to have a nice house, a nice kitchen, nice washroom, nice this, nice that, then you're already down again with all the options. So I think maybe it's also a little bit about me, and not all about the landlord. Let's not be all mean to them.
That is there. So have you ever stayed in any other city, or it's the problem only in Mumbai it's happening?
I have never stayed anywhere else. I mean, if I've gone anywhere else, obviously I would stay in a hotel. But I live in Bombay. I've only looked in Bombay, so I don't know how it is anywhere else. It might be just as hard. No? I don't know.
Right.
I have no idea, actually. But other than that, I mean, Bombay is pretty cool. I love the fact that there are so many expats here. There are so many foreigners who live here and who work here. Mm-hmm. So people are used to this fact. It's just that I think, it's also not, I guess it's just not easy, because everything is so expensive in Bombay, and maybe with the bad experiences which the landlords ever had before, with people leaving their houses devastated, maybe that's why they're worried. Or it could be just like, okay, this is some girl from a different country, she might just leave the next day. I'm just going to sit there without my rent. I don't know. I'm just imagining what they could be thinking. But, there are obviously all of these factors.
Tell me one thing, frankly. Did you felt that if, once they come to know that you are not from India, you hail from any other place, so was that one of the reasons they were not ready to give you the place?
Sorry, if that was one of the reasons?
They were not ready to give a place to a person who's not from India or from Bombay.
Yeah. There are many people who don't want to give their apartments to expats.
Okay.
There are many, And then there is, again, that I also know, that there are a couple of landlords who tell the brokers that we only want foreigners. Yeah. That is another funny thing where I'm like, okay, now where's this coming from? But then maybe that's because, again, they know that the foreigners maybe just keep the apartment really well, because we are used to, I'm from Germany, okay?
Right.
We usually don't buy houses there. Everyone rents their places over there. And you stay there for more than 10 years, 20 years. You don't even have to change places. It's just the thing here in India where you have to keep changing every 3 or, every year sometimes. So we're used to staying in a place and treating it like it's our own. So actually, I think being a foreigner in that sense could be better for the landlords, but I just think some of them don't know it.
So what's the current scenario? How did you find your apartment?
Actually, this apartment I found through not my initial broker, but a friend of mine whose friend is a broker. And he showed me a couple of places which I didn't like at all. And then one day he called me and was like, there's this new building.
You have bought the place or you are renting it?
No, I'm renting it. I'm not that rich yet.
You will be soon.
So then he was like, yeah, nobody's living there yet, and it's a new building. Let's see it. And I saw it and I really, really liked it because, it was all new, all fresh, and all empty. So I could do it up myself. And then it worked out even with the rent and all. I was like, very, very, very lovely landlords. I met them, and the only worry I had in the beginning was that I will be the first one moving into this entire building.
Wow.
I was all by myself. There was no one else yet. But then after 1 week that I moved in, even some other people moved in. So slowly it's getting filled. But it's a lovely place. They're lovely landlords. I'm actually very happy and I don't want to move out anymore.
So did your landlord ask you questions?
Like, lots of questions. Who are you going to stay here with? Because it's fairly a big apartment and I'm staying by myself. So they're like, why would you need such a big apartment all by yourself? So I'm like, my parents come down. Obviously, sometimes my dad comes down. Sometimes my mom comes down. And then I want them to have their own room. I want them to, be comfortable. And then also I need a big place because I do my dance rehearsals at home. I do lots of stuff at home. You just want it to be a great home, right? So I explained them and they totally understood. And they're such lovely people. I'm like, yeah, I finally found it.
And then finally you get one. Right. So do you look anything in particular while looking out for a place?
Sorry?
Do you look anything in particular while looking out for places?
Yeah, man, I'm very particular. So for me, like, even though I won't be cooking much, but the kitchen for me is so important. The kitchen and the washrooms have to be, like, super amazing. And another thing which is very weird, which has changed in Bombay, is that the new places which they make, the rooms are super small. Super small.
Right. How big is your apartment?
So this apartment of mine is pretty big now. My bedroom is so big that I could make the second half into a walk-in wardrobe.
Oh.
So that's what I loved about it. And then it has another bedroom which is, smaller, which if I have guests, they can stay there. Right. And my living room is super huge. So it's pretty cool. It's exactly what I've been looking for. And it has a lot of light. A lot of light. Big windows. Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, finally you found one, right?
Yeah, man.
So you are single right now, right?
Very much. 100%.
Okay, you being in glamorous industry, you are being surrounded by so many handsome guys. How do you, of course it would be tempting even when you are shooting or you are doing some intimate scenes or you are getting closer to some people. So how do you hold yourself from not getting carried away?
Getting carried away to do what? There's obviously... so a lot of people also say you're single, don't you feel like having a partner? Don't you feel like, And then again, it comes up with, yeah, you're so busy in this industry that you're all over the place. Sometimes you just don't get time to date someone, you know? And then the other thing is also to really find someone who matches with you well, who understands you well. It's also not that easy, right? And you're just not looking out for some frivolous relationship to just be in a relationship, you know?
Right.
So I feel these things take time, and they shouldn't be rushed. So, yeah, I've got great friends. You know, I'm the kind of person, I love hanging out with boys. I feel I was a boy earlier in my life. You know, I gel well. So I have a lot of guys who are like my best friends. And, yeah, I mean, I'm happy like that. And if I ever find someone who I think I could, you know, date, then I would.
So, are you ready to mingle or not yet?
No. Really, no. I think I'm so focused right now. I'm just busy doing my acting workshops, and you know, it's all of that takes so much time. I think a boyfriend would need a lot of time, which I just don't have.
So you are currently watching in success of Sacred Games right now. So what's up with season 2?
Sorry, if season 2 is coming, or what was the question?
Sacred Games season 2. The logo has recently been revealed. So what do you think about it?
I think that it's amazing, and I cannot wait for us to start shooting. I'm actually very, very excited about that. I'm just like counting the days for us to start shooting again. So, yeah, the excitement is very high. So
that's so good to talk to you. All the best and happy stay in your big room, big house. Enjoy. Thank you so much.
Lovely.
Lovely talking to you.
Thank you.